The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Generation lost, they don't know where they going. Shit like some dead lead, they in the wind blowing. The media got them thrown off with the propaganda. Brainwash zombies, bleed tiny chum.
Don't you think you need to slow it way down? Or it be another generation lost and killed? There's a better way, don't wait too late now. Or it be another generation lost for real?
We're not the other day, and the young nigga fight for no reason, no time play, generation lost. Thinking they the baddest, cause they got a loaded semi-automatic. Ready to kill, cause they gone on their case of shit. Tell the truth, I think that this irrelevant. I'm trying to bring my people back like Moses. This is powerful music for you to focus. See the propaganda, they just want us all dead. A locked up, doing time in the damn bed. That's why they feed up bullshit, they keep a mind dead. Open your eyes so you can have a clear head. All three on. You gotta stay focused from your first to your third eye. I tell no lie. Keep your faith in the most high and not in the devil pie. I live in generation lost, they don't know where they going. Shit like some dead lead, they in the wind blowing. The media got them thrown off with the propaganda. Brainwash zombies, bleed tiny chum.
Don't you think you need to slow it way down? Or it be another generation lost and killed? There's a better way, don't wait too late now. Or it be another generation lost for real?
Slavery ain't dead, they just found a new way to play it. Lack of choice and poor living lead to bloodshed. It called culture and poverty, it's a project to keep our people living ruthless in the projects. Black home torn to pieces cause they daddy gone. Young men raising themselves cause they're no one home. Mama doing the best you can but it's not enough. He want Coogee and Jordan so now he getting the door. He hit the street with the 50 slap to get more money. And 2 weeks later he got jail.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Toomer's Town. I'm your host, Al Toomer. And that lovely song you just listened to there was my nephew, Toom Hitler. The name of that song is called Generation Lost. Another Generation Lost. We keep thinking about what we're doing early on, but the generations, are we teaching our generations to be prepared for what they do when they get to our age? And if we don't, it'll be another motherfucking generation lost. Now, I normally go into a spew and just start talking about shit when I'm here by myself, but tonight I got two of my coldest goddamn homies here, and there's no time to waste in this 60 minutes. So I'm going to get them up here as soon as we do the formalities. We are at Morris Media. And first, LaRon, you ain't even back there to say the goddamn thing to me. Right here at Morris Media, every goddamn week at Felicia Morris's place, y'all will know her as poetess, as the rapper, but this young woman has become a business lady and is trying to do some mega things around here. I'm actually trying to get the nigga to marry me, but shit, she doesn't understand. It's all about business and taxes. But we are here. Call in 323-293-3375. And LaRon, you got to do a better job back there letting people, when the people in the chat room letting me know what they saying right then. You have the carte blanche to cut in, especially if somebody says something fucked up about me and I need to cut in right then. So let me know that right away.
What's up, y'all? My apologies for my slackiness. I'm just working on the board as usual.
Well, I'm glad you're there. So, anybody that's listening to this shit right now, I'm glad you're alive. A lot of you might be dead tomorrow. Hell, I could be dead, but motherfucker, you better respect being alive while you can be alive. Enjoy that. I see hearses hauling ass every day down the street where I'm at because I live next to a cemetery. And you just see hearses hauling ass in that motherfucker all the time, taking motherfuckers in. And I know one day they going to be taking. No, they ain't, because I want to be cremated. You won't be taking me in a hearse nowhere. My ashes will be scattered. But for the most part, motherfuckers will be in a hearse going somewhere, escorted by the police. Now, you've never been escorted by the law nowhere while you was alive as a black man, but to jail. But on that day, hell, they slow up traffic for you, make people stop. For you to go hauling ass down some goddamn street, either to a church or the cemetery, as fast as we can get your motherfucking ass there. I hate funerals, man. I hate them with a passion. People are dishonest at funerals. You don't hear truth at funerals. You hear lies. People getting up. You know, I mean, if you go, like my mother, I had to go to my mother's funeral this year, and that was honest to a degree because it was my mother. You know, lies are lies. I didn't lie. I don't know what nobody else said, but I really heard who was crying, you know, harder than anybody else. So what I say about funerals, when I go to funerals of other people and other friends, and you see shit like on the news, and they tell you like this guy just got gunned down and everything, and he was a violent night, and you go to the funeral and hear his mama crying, or his family members. He was such a great motherfucker. He ain't never hurt nobody. He ain't never killed nobody. He was a saint. Before you came to this funeral to bury your son, there were goddamn 15 other motherfuckers, mothers, that had to stand here and cry over over their child, just like you had to cry over yours. I went there. I had to go there. And I'm going to stop. Because I have a very impactful show. And at 50 years old, sometimes you realize, man, your brain is going to go here and there. Yeah, I've never really had much control of this motherfucker. I just try to get along with it. But it pretty much goes where it wants to go, when it wants to go there. And I hope y'all out there is watching, and most of y'all understand. I don't give a fuck about having the majority. Nobody will always have the majority of anything. There are 8 billion people in the world. How many do you need to like you to be satisfied? I don't really like too many. I don't need too many to be satisfied. So, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, man, I got to get this goddamn started right now. I done fucked off 5 minutes because all these niggas here needed all the time that I have, but I'm going to bring them up here. And I'm going to start with one man. Very good friend of mine, very funny goddamn comedian, and has his own radio show that y'all need to tune into, and he will be able to tell y'all that when he gets up here. So let me start by introducing Mr. Dwann Brown, who's also a member up here on Robinson Boulevard every Tuesday nights at 8:30. Right there. Here? Yeah. You sit there. All right. What's going on with it, man?
I'm good, Brother Toomer. How you doing?
I'm glad you finally here, nigga. I've been here a year and a half, and I'm glad you finally got down here.
I've been wanting to come, man. I love doing this shit.
I understand, but you got to do what you got to do.
Wednesday's just that day for me.
Yeah.
It's just that day where everything falls on. I don't get to do nothing too much creatively on Wednesdays oftentimes.
Well,
I'm glad to be here.
I mean, and Wednesday's been bad for a lot of motherfuckers. Freeze is tonight. I've invited other motherfuckers, Guy Tory, Joe Tory, for some reason. I guess I need to say this. Wednesdays is bad for a lot of niggas.
It is. Hey, man, my whole life I grew up in high school, in elementary school. We used to have to go to midweek Bible study on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is one of the things where I just know that subconsciously X everything fun out.
Yeah.
Because ever since I was 6, I had to go to church. Missing Laker games, not getting home to the fourth quarter. Magic done won the game. Chick done put the game in the refrigerator already. I'm just getting home from midweek Bible study.
Oh, shit.
Man.
But you just told me you got a show at see. You said that midweek Bible study.
Yep.
And you got a church show tonight doing comedy.
I got to leave here. I wish I could say the whole episode, but a church called me and was like, hey, look, we got that paper.
Yeah. Well, give me some type of idea about what your material going to be like, Dwann, because you said this is the first time you going to be doing a comedy show at a church since you said, fuck church, I don't go no more.
And that's true, because like the last time I did comedy, I used to be in church heavy. Like I played the drums in church from the age of 14 to 30.
Yeah. And
I was going twice a week all through my childhood and everything. And then I had my personal evolution. I left the church. I'm cool on it.
Right.
But, it's just, and so I hadn't really done any church comedy. So like now I'm about to do a church show. Mm-hmm. And most of my new jokes is talking about church. So I guess I got to change some things up.
You better be real.
But this is one of the jokes I am going to do. This is one of my newer jokes. I'm going to twist it for the church audience. Because I always have an issue with everybody call themselves blessed and highly favored.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers can't be highly favored.
Right.
Everybody's blessed, but how's everybody highly favored? Well, how do you know what low is if we all high?
That's the thing. That's the thing right there.
And I want to talk about that tonight. I'm not going to say motherfucker at church. I'm not going to say that.
Well, you shouldn't do that. But you got the mind to be able to do it, man. But you got to be like psychology and with these motherfuckers, all this shit. Because you said that people, they're sins that you hear all your life. Somebody told you that. Like
you ain't telling the truth.
Blessed and highly favored. People just, you just take that.
If you call the bus at church, you ain't highly favored. The person that splashed you in that Mercedes while you was on a bus stop is highly favored. Y'all both blessed because God woke you up this morning. So you are blessed. But your favorite, you low-key favorite today.
Yeah.
Medium rare favorite. You ain't highly favored.
Yeah. But people, people, when you think about that, when, there's a problem. The problem I have with most religious people is they got them condemn people and make people enemies who don't believe in what they believe in.
And that
don't think about what they think. Jesus, Allah, or whatever. I don't believe it. I'm my God. I will never get on my knees and say another man's name or another one. I might say my mama's name, but I will never get on my knees and say another man's name. I will never worship Jesus, Allah, anybody that was a man. I just cannot and will not do that.
Not natural.
Yeah.
Not natural.
Yeah, God put me here too for me to be cognizant of whatever is going on, then God is telling me I'm just as much of a man or a God as that person. But I will never lower myself to worship anybody. I just can't. That's out of my nature. I'd feel like a 14-karat bitch if I did that.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that sometimes Christians have an issue with. It's like they feel that they have a monopoly on thought. And my thing, I have no issues with the church because if it functions. When it functions the way it's supposed to function, it works.
Right.
Problem is you got a whole bunch of people who in there who won't care about it functioning right.
Right.
They're only in there to say, I've been going here way longer than you. Now go back and sit on the 15th row.
Yeah.
And don't sit in my seat. Those are the people I got a problem with.
That's mainly the thing right there.
Right there.
With the insecurity and narcissistic shit when I brought this up is to say that people who feel like they are threatened, they're afraid of people because you don't believe what I believe or think what I feel.
Or I've been believing longer than you and you're just a baby Christian. Look, man, have respect for people the way they are. And how about you just be the best Christian you can be? And every Christian say, look, okay, look, I'm going to do these words the best way I can do them, and I'm going to help the people the best way I can. We ain't talking about this.
But really, do you know the best way to tell a bullshit anybody, a Christian or a Muslim, anybody? The way you can tell a motherfucker's bullshit in the beginning, especially if he's got to be our age. Mm-hmm. Children younger, teenagers, 20s, they get a pass. Mm-hmm. But when you get our age, a bullshit ass motherfucker still telling you I believe or I think, and they don't know. That's the motherfucker you need to get the fuck away from. Because you done been around here long enough to know what's really going on.
Like you go out in the middle. It's like going out in the middle of the
winter
how they
in
get
Detroit. People, though.
That's what they do. It's like you've been in the middle of Detroit, it's snowing outside, and you telling them, I believe it's warm. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To believe and to have faith in something is something that you have no control over. You don't know. It's just what I believe. It's what I think. I like to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to believe. Fuck belief. Fuck faith. I like to know. Oh, man. I'm glad you made it up here, but we got to get my man up here right now. And goddamn, this dude here, when you see him, it just brings back memories of greatness of whenever you saw him. He's a man. I don't even know how to introduce him. I've been knowing the nigga 20-something years. I don't want to throw some credit. He might come up here and slap. Don't bring me no fucking credit, nigga. Just bring me up. They know who the fuck I am, nigga. But I will say this for y'all who could watch this little Freez talk every week. That shit. This is the guy that I'm bringing up here, goddamn, and he goddamn needs no introduction. He will goddamn take over. He has that type of presence to just take over anything, and he doesn't deliberately do it. He's just a lovable guy that has some of the best stories, and if you just listen to this nigga, you will learn something. And you won't give a damn about believing and having faith. You know.
You know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Freez Luv up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
What up, baby?
What's up, Freez?
What's going on, boy? Look how he's up in here.
How you doing, sir?
What's going on, boy?
Thank you for having me, brother.
Finally having your ass up here.
Man, these is my cats. What's up, Dwann?
We was all out at goddamn fucking Kevin Hart studio Saturday doing
Yes,
shit.
we were.
He came later, but we was at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, man.
It was.
Wasn't it?
It was.
To me, hey, man, that shit was beautiful.
It was.
I've been on a gang of sets, man. A gang of sets. I'm gonna be honest, the first movie set I was ever on was when I was in school as a kid in the 4th grade. I went as a class field trip. You know, you grow up in LA, they take you to the studios. And, look at this shit, you kids. You know? But they took us to the, what was it? The set of Sanford and Son on NBC.
As kids?
Yeah, as a kid, dude. And that shit blew my mind. I mean, that was like, just to see the shit that I'd been seeing on TV in person and touching it and like, wow. And thank God for me, it was Red Fox, my hero. We got the same birthday. That's my hero. So that's probably why I'm here today, is because that became a reality.
You had that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, it all really came full circle. When we was up there, we had that little break room, right? There was one brother that had he brought a young sister in, and I guess it was his niece or his little family relative, cousin, something. But she was an actor, right? She was just starting to act, and he was giving her a tour. He worked there, and he was like, "And this is Kevin Hart," and it was just like
it was
because you know, since it's a little black girl. Right. She's looking on these pictures. She sees Kevin Hart, a black man. Yeah. She sees black people working, doing production. You understand?
They have pictures all throughout the studio.
Right. You can't tell her that none of that is attainable.
Exactly.
It's attainable. It's
natural
her subconscious.
For her to think.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I'm slave thinking. It's like I'm supposed to do this or what I want to do.
This ain't a big deal. We've been doing this.
Exactly.
Been doing you know? So in that aspect, it was, that's why I say beautiful.
It was.
And it was cool. God bless Kevin Hart, man.
Yeah. Atmosphere for him doing that.
Yeah, man.
And that's a huge spot out there. Yeah. But to see, man, that boy has a good heart because he did that. When you think about anybody else now that has a black studio, it's Tyler Perry that's blowing up in Atlanta. Right? And he has a whole lot more power. But for Kevin to do what he's doing, man, he's a little dark-skinned brother that ain't forgot about nothing. And that nigga's about helping anybody he can. And I thought he's damn near dead a couple of weeks ago. That God picked that boy out of that car
accident. That wreck would look bad.
Yeah, God picked that boy out of that car wreck. And nigga, you got something else to do.
You know what I like about that studio? You see that he really invested his time and really invested
when you
money
see,
into it. Because you see a lot of people, they'll get something and it'll be rinky-dink ragtag. Yeah. Like, no. He invested in that studio, like from top to bottom.
What was so dope to me was we were up there working on the production. through this door and down the hall, there was another production going on. Down that hall and around that corner, there was another production going on. There was probably like 4 or 5 productions going on. Different people renting out space, utilizing. And these are black productions. These black people working, man. In this industry,
doing for self,
going for Delph. That's what it.
What just about that, Freeze? I can't let you go by with that because we was out there. But you see how many prestigious white people that was coming through there. I met one boy named Duke Johnson out there that was out doing something out there, and he was like, he's about to be the next Mel Gibson in this motherfucker.
Well,
but they out at Kevin's studio doing this.
Right. That's what's up.
And he was cool when I met him in the morning. But when he was ending in the morning, like, hey man, I said I was gonna get your number. But he had, by then, by 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, he's walking with like 17 other white folks.
Like, okay, pal. I spoke to you and there was more of you than me. Now it's the opposite. Get your black ass out of the way. How dare you talk to me? No, I don't know him. Some guy was hassling me in the parking lot.
Harrison Ford in this motherfucker.
But that shows with us, like, because when we say do for self and black-owned businesses, we do business with everybody. We do. You know what I mean? We never go ahead and do the things that people do to us. You know what I mean?
Look,
so I like
but
that.
It's not only business, it's even our living. Yeah. Even the way we live. Yo, man, anybody can live in the hood.
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah. Anybody can live. And that's how come I'm happy. I'm from here. I'm from LA. I'm from Altadena. I don't care. Altadena, Gardena, South Central, Watts, Compton. This is all LA. Right. And it's real simple rules. You mind your fucking business.
That's right.
You look straight ahead. You go to where you handle your business and mind your business, and you'll be able to survive.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, that works across the world in any hood. I went to New York, moved to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, the hood. But guess what? Fit in like a glove, baby. Because I knew the rules. Mind your fucking business. If anyone gets out of line, you check them with the swiftness and mean it. But that's hood shit.
Yep.
Now, if you can abide by those rules, you can come in any hood. You can move in.
Yep.
And that's what I'm.
And this is how
mind your business.
But see, this is once they figured that out. That's when gentrification happened. Them motherfuckers was minding their business and walking French poodles.
It is a blessing for me to be able to walk into every goddamn every neighborhood that a person would call deadly in any city. I'll walk in and fit in. Ain't nobody asking me where I'm from. Ain't nobody asking me nothing. It's like, nigga, you belong here.
Exactly.
You just know the rules. I grew up on Crenshaw Rodeo.
I gotta ask myself, like, nigga, what does that say about you? It's like every hood, every deadly neighborhood it is, you symbolic of it. They don't even question you.
Matter of fact, they try to grab you and make you their mascot. What does that say about you?
In every ghetto that I've been to in this country,
you got the universal criminal look. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Shit,
this nigga belongs here.
Man, embrace it. Walk your ass up in one of these studios and get us all a job. I know how I look, goddammit.
That's why you wear that bright ass yellow hat. I'm not no criminal. What the criminal would wear no bust colored hat?
I'm not trying to look like a criminal. But the thing is, I don't know what it is.
That's the program, homie.
The voice or what I do. You know, I walk around with overall. I ain't never walk around just trying to look.
Still, it ain't your look. It's your energy, man. People in the hood know you ain't gonna bother nobody. They feel it.
Let me tell you, if I see you in overalls, that means I'm gonna get smoked in the cornfield. That's all it means.
They can see you ain't got a gun in your front pocket. They ain't tripping.
Right. Well, we need to let people know that. Because like I say, nigga, I've lived in the most dangerous neighborhoods wherever I've gone. Especially out here. I done lived in Crip neighborhoods, blood neighborhoods. Not because I wanted to live there, but that's where I could afford to live.
Damn it, that's where they did not do a motherfucking reference.
Credit. I'm out here trying to do something. Ain't none of you niggas blue, red, rag with to stop me from doing a goddamn thing. Hey, I ain't gonna fuck with y'all, but y'all better not fuck with me.
Now, and they don't.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
the hood. The hood's not. If the hood, you can move in the hood. You mind your business. Head nod, morning, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on no dumb shit. 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna be good to go.
Yeah. And deeper and bigger than the hood. What's the number one rule of black people? Period. Don't start none. Won't be none.
Exactly.
I don't care. That work in the Dare Heights. That work in Watts.
Yeah, it works everywhere you go.
Don't start none. Won't be none.
Exactly.
And you know what? And that's not even. I'm gonna tell you, that's not even only black. That's people.
Yeah.
I was in Harlem on 125th Street. 125th Street. Listen, homie, 125th Street in St. Nick. That's right across the street from Apollo. Okay. I seen this white cat, little short white cat walking. This nigga had two trash can lids. Now what the fuck is this white dude? It stuck out. Who the fuck? What white dude?
He's the only nigga that sees somebody with 2 trash can lids. Only you see some
white
shit
dude.
like that.
Exactly. I'm high. I'm faded. I'm smoking a J. I'm like, this white dude. Somebody bumped him. He said, "Hey, motherfucker." Don't act like there's not enough room on this sidewalk for both of us. Because if anybody's going to be crammed, it ain't going to be me. His brother said, "Hey, motherfucker, you on 125th Street." He said, "No shit, you dumb nigga." I was like, "What?" Yo, he said, "That's right. I said it. I'm Italian. Come on. Come on." He starts banging the trash can lids. Come on. Come on. And then he said
the fuck did you do?
Listen, this is how come nobody fucked with you. He said, "Yeah, you think you're the only niggas around here? I know that Italians is niggas too, and I can act like one just like any one of you." And everyone paused, like, "Yo, this motherfucker, as long as you know that, I guess you're not half bad."
You know that. You know they come from Sicily.
Exactly. Hey, man, they Africa's right there, baby.
Africa's right there.
Try it.
Africa's right there.
You know what it is.
He still should have got knocked the fuck out.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying, dude. My man was bodied. He was ready. He was ready. I was like, look, you think I'm gonna go fight a motherfucker with 2 trash can lids? Nigga, say what you want to say. This is
Captain
New
America.
York.
He had 2 shields.
I'm waiting to see the show, nigga. I'm not stopping shit. I'm not helping. I'm just
He's
observing.
living in the neighborhood, man.
He did that though.
All right, man. Quickly, this is something I want to get to. Cause you gotta go, and then Freez, we gonna be going through. Cause I got your stuff that we need to play.
Okay, cool.
We got the new laws for 2020. Every year there's a new law that's affecting.
I want to hear this shit. I was thinking about this. Like, what is?
I'm gonna need you to read the first one. That's workplace.
Workplace. SB3, minimum wage. Another pay hike is on the way for minimum wage workers. The minimum wage in California goes up by $1 to $12 an hour for workers at companies with 25 or fewer employees, $13 an hour if you work for a big ass job.
What you think of that?
Here's what I think of that. It's cool that's going up, but workers need to understand this. Capitalism, the whole point of capitalism is to capitalize on your ass. And it's going to stay that way. You know what I mean? Your little $1 an hour, if they're giving you one, that's because they're making $10 million off your one.
Yeah.
So you need to, in your head, start thinking, okay, how am I going to work this job and learn this job and not do some dumb shit and steal from the job unless you really need to. But work the job and learn how they make their money and do that shit yourself.
Right.
Yo, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Minimum wage is what? $12.
Yeah.
13 for a big company. Let's say a big company. Don't mess with if you 12 a little company, don't hit it. Yeah.
13.
A big company.
Right.
Target, you $13 an hour.
Take that little rinky-dink ass pay and look at it as a foot in the door. Yeah. You can own your own enterprise.
Yeah.
Because now you have a foot in the door. And if you have a foot in the door, you can leave that door open at night.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get your own commodities.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you want to be, motherfucker, you want to work that capitalism shit down to the core. Well, then let's work it to the core.
Yeah.
Isn't this a part of your deal? Don't you pay insurance for theft?
Very true.
Yeah. So let's be a part of capitalism. If you're gonna be so grimy as to pay people shitty, well, then you expect that these people have to eat, and they will do anything necessary to do so.
That's why you should pay them well, so they would have no reason to fuck you over.
Exactly.
And this is what I say, why you doing that?
Because see, what they do to us, man, because I know shit, when I'm 50 now, when I'm growing up, man, when I come in, man, minimum wage used to be like $3.75, $4.
Right.
Now you look at it and they talking about 12 or 13. Well, that's a big accomplishment. No fucking ain't.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. McDonald's workers ought to be making $100 an hour. You bitches don't have to be that cheap.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, look, man, these motherfuckers, that's how come I fuck with like In-N-Out.
Yeah, I do.
In-N-Out, they pay
been up there.
them kids been up there.
They've been up $15 an hour.
They care about their job. They don't want to lose their job. It makes sense to have
Same thing
that
with Costco.
job. Right, and they're feeding food, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want the person that's feeding me food to not be
coughing.
I don't want them feeling like they're getting jerked.
Yeah.
Because that a motherfucker that feels like he's getting jerked will drop your sandwich and pick it up and put it back on your plate. If I'm getting jerked, everyone's getting jerked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that feel that way.
Well, I'm one of them.
Hey, you feel me? So
one of them
that's a
kind of motherfuckers,
and
too.
now
I don't
motherfucker,
go
they
out my
drop
way
your
to hurt
sandwich.
nobody.
They're like,
Yeah.
no. I'm not fucking off this good paying job because I dropped the sandwich. Yeah, I made a mistake. I'm getting a new sandwich.
And I tell people this all the time. All those customer service stuff that these jobs make you do in sales and stuff, you the reason why that job making all that money. Learn them skills, and then when you find what your own thing is you selling, you take them skills and flip them into your own thing later on down the life.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, do what Freez said.
Yeah.
Get up in there. Yo, huh?
I want you to read.
Oh, you want me to read
this? Is another one of the new laws.
Okay, here's another new law.
About the hairstyle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm bald-headed, so I'll read this one.
All of us are.
We are bald-headed. It doesn't even concern us.
It has never
Almond
been.
M&M's in this motherfucker.
SB 188, hairstyles. California becomes the first state to ban workplace and school discrimination based on a person's natural hairstyle or hair texture. Protected hairstyles include braids, twists, and locks.
All niggas.
However, BBs are still on the list. Do not show up to work with BBs.
Don't come looking like 1995 Venus Williams in this.
Hey, man, look, that's one of them motherfucking laws. Okay, it's a law.
Yeah.
But guess what? A motherfucker that don't want to hire you ain't got to hire you.
Exactly. It ain't got to be no discrimination. You walking in with your shit like that, but when you file your application, it's going in the trash. I ain't got to tell
are
you
kidding?
that.
I love your fucking nappy head, man. I love it. However, I found someone that lives closer to the facility than you.
Exactly.
They'll make up anything.
Yeah, they
man.
make up anything. At least they can't fire you over it. You know what I mean? At least that. But it's one of those insignificant rules. It's one of those, hey, I'm going to make a chess move down the line, so when it's time for me to vote for you in 3 years, I can say, hey, look, black folks, they can't fuck with y'all hair. We ain't messing with this prison thing, but at least your hair's in check.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, fuck all that. We should all shave our hairs and just tear this motherfucker up. Fuck all that. You worried about your hair? Then
the thing is, we don't realize that we shouldn't be flexing now. You in a goddamn, we in a position where you should be as goddamn fucking as chameleon as you fucking can. You're nowhere where you can flex your goddamn chest.
We're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, we a long way we've left. It might be 30-19 before we able to do that, or sooner. But we ain't in a position where we can do that right now.
I mean, it's the thing is, you got a lot of these young people. They will actually think that is actually a factor that we've actually made some kind of accomplishment because they've made a law that they can't fire. This is a fictitious law. A motherfucker can fire, reserves to a private company.
Yeah.
Reserves the right to fire you. They don't have to tell you shit. They can come up to you.
Right
tap
to work.
Right. Tap you on your shoulder.
I'm glad you brought that up because California is a right to work state.
Yes.
And right to work means they ain't got to give you a reason to fire you.
No.
So on one hand, we're going to pass this law to look good. On the other hand, we can say, hell, we fired you because your breath stink. And they can't do shit about it.
They can't.
All right, now check out this one. This is a new marriage law, and I'm going to read this one. It's on marriage by domestic partners. Now, this starts out, what's good for same-sex couples is good for heterosexual couples, too. This law allows heterosexual couples to register as domestic partners instead of getting married. Currently, only heterosexual couples aged 62 or older were allowed to register as domestic partners because of Social Security benefits. The new law could help couples with combined higher incomes avoid the federal marriage tax penalty.
Straight up. They just,
Just a whoop-a-wham for the rich people.
It's just, hey, man, Ted and Mary, you motherfuckers is both paid.
That's what we is stupid men that marry women get down to the same thing. I mean, gays have had these people get married. A marriage is a business proposition, man. Even the gays that get married, that's what I'm saying. It's when you marry somebody, if you marry somebody, any goddamn motherfucking man, especially if you ain't marrying a broad because you broke and she rich, you a damn fool. If you got all your motherfucking money, nigga, if you rich and you marry a goddamn broad and you gotta lie to her about what you do and who you fuck, you a damn fool if she catch you and can take half of your shit. I'm tired of men being this motherfucking stupid.
So at least they can be domestic partners now and not put their money up like that.
And they don't have to go through the...
You don't have to go through that. But I'm saying what real man would. I mean, like I say, the only way I marry a woman, nigga, if I'm down and out and this bitch got everything. I'm not going to marry you if it's even, and I damn sure ain't going to marry you if I got all my money. I'm only going to marry you if I'm down and out. Well, nigga, is this a plea to get married? We can be domestic partners now.
I love it. I've been married for
But I'm not knocking any man that does that. No, I'm not doing that at anything.
Hey,
it's that we can become domestic partners now.
So basically,
and I'm sure knowing you
like this new law. Like
but I know damn well, but knowing what I know about it as a man, because I've been engaged like 13 times. I've never done
your thing right here.
And then you let them know your true feelings the night before.
No, they let me know theirs.
Oh, well, there you go.
I was engaged. You got to be engaged with me at least 3 years.
Right.
And if I see it ain't going to be no better than, I mean, I would have married a lot of them if this shit here was there. But as far as going to get a state license and all this shit, where if I fuck up, bitch, you can just leave me and take care of my shit. No, I just ain't going to do that. It ain't but one bitch I regret not marrying, and y'all all know who she is, and I'm not going to even give this bitch the gumption to mention her name.
All on TV.
I should have married that bitch, and I should have insisted that you not have this abortion. You gave it up to me, but if I knew then what I know now, you'd have had that child and I'd have married your fat ass. But I didn't know that.
Would you have been running bath water?
You'd have been. I was doing that anyway.
Making little sandwiches.
No, actually, she just fucked up.
You'd have been like Mary J. Blige.
She fucked up.
I got to roll, man.
Back then, hell, motherfucker, I was a nigga. I'm fronting a goddamn fucking Aunt Jemima looking bitch. People expect me to be coming out with high yellow, beautiful bitches, white bitches. I'm fronting you. And everybody knows that. Now you doing your motherfucking shit, goddamn coming out with old, disgusting looking white men about this. I mean, motherfuckers like, what am I supposed to do? No, bitch, that's what you supposed to be going through now.
Damn.
Because you should have been came back.
Al over here giving out all his problems in the world right now.
These are no problem.
I got to roll, man.
There ain't no problem.
You got to bounce.
I got to roll. I got to get to this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, my radio show is Hotep-ish every Thursday, 8 to 9.
I'll be up there tomorrow.
Yeah, come down tomorrow. And then my website should be coming up. I think they said Friday, DwannB.com, DWANNB. And that's all my social media is Dwann B.
Okay.
So look that up.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Right,
ain't none of y'all motherfuckers call in yet. 323-2933. Look, man, you can't do no Thomas Ward yet.
I ain't gonna do no
You
Thomas
gotta wait till I go to break, man.
Go to break, goddamn. My bad. I'm the guest.
Like you rushing to the bathroom to jack your dick. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna go to a quick break here, and we gonna be back. We gonna get into my man Freez, because you got some. You can telling me about the music thing and everything. We got it all, motherfucker.
Oh, that's what's
so
up.
we finna get deep into us. So let's take this quick break, and then we'll be back. Look here. You little young millennial bitch ass nigga.
Cause I'm a
Don't let pussy get you killed, alright?
Could be jumping out the
There
gym,
are
but I'm
more
a
men
layup.
laying out in the graveyard today behind pussy.
Himalaya.
You understand that?
Himalaya.
So don't ever lose your life behind pussy.
Himalaya.
Little young ass nigga.
Could be jumping out the gym, but I'm a layup. With your layup. Cause I'm a player. Himalaya. Himalaya. If that was your girlfriend, she wasn't last night. She said that she was hungry, she had an appetite for that, for that, And since you know, yeah, I know, so she gonna follow the truth. You mad, I know you mad, but April was really that. You she want the sauce. She wanna drink, taking a sip in my bed, taking a sip in it, jacuzzi wet, splashing, hot fashion, and she ain't asking for nothing but the ration, and we gonna make it do what it gon' do, true, and you know, and I know, so there is no use, cause I'm a player, Himalaya. Could be jumping out the gym, but I'm a layup. With your layup, cause I'm a player. Himalaya. She walked in your house, covered in sauce, body assault. Himalaya. I know it's breaking your heart, but bro, you got caught. So she made her a call to Himalaya. See Himalaya, look Himalaya. Ain't no other way that I can go explain it. I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying. Call for a substitution, most valuable player, Himalaya.
Give me extra. You little young stupid ass motherfucker, all you know how to do is fuck. That's your best motherfucking skill. But that's not a man. A little 13-year-old boy stick his neck in somebody if it gets hard enough. A man is able to goddamn take care of goddamn woman, take care of a family, raise people, inspire people.
I live in generation lost, they don't know where they going. Shit like some dead lead, they in the wind blowing. The media got them thrown off with the propaganda. Brainwash zombies, we trying to jump.
Don't you think you need to slow it way down? Will it be another generation lost and killed? There's a better way, don't wait too late now. Will it be another generation lost for real?
We not the other day. And the young nigga fight for no reason, no child play, generation lost. Back in they the baddest, cause they got a loaded semi-automatic. Ready to kill cause they gone on their base of shit. Tell the truth, I think they listen relevant. I'm trying to bring my people back like Moses. This is powerful music for you to focus. See the propaganda, they just want us all dead. A locked up, doing time in the damn bed. That's why they feed up bullshit, they keep a mind dead. Open your eyes so you can have a clear head. All three on. You gotta stay focused from your first to your third eye. I tell no lie. Keep your faith in the most high and not in the devil pot. I live in generation lost, they don't know where they going. Shit like some dead lead, they in the wind blowing. The media got them thrown off with the propaganda. Brainwashed zombies, lead chain to chump.
Don't you think you need to slow it way down? Will it be another generation lost and killed? There's a better way, don't wait too late now. Will it be another generation lost for real?
Slavery ain't dead, they just found a new way to play it. Lack of choice and poor living lead to bloodshed. It called culture of poverty, it's a project to keep our people living ruthless in the projects. Black home torn to pieces cause they daddy gone. Young men raising themselves cause they're no one home. Mama doing the best you can but it's not enough. He want Coogee and Jordan so now he getting the door. He hit the street with the 50 slap to get more money. And 2 weeks later he got jail getting dope money. We living like rats trying to get the damn cheese. They say traps and it make bring us to our need. The government letting the dope and that's the bottom line. And then they feed it to us to make more crime. Breaking number for the world up in the A. Cracking game war, got us all going crazy.
All right, and we'll look, ma'am, please. You will be asked to vacate the premises if you can't be quiet and go along with what's going on. This is not The Price is Right, nigga. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm back here with my man Freez Luv.
What up with you, homie?
I'm hanging in there, boy. I mean, the Freez Talks is going real well, too.
It is, thank God.
Yeah.
Man. Freez Talks. Check us out. Freez Talks on YouTube. FREEZTALKS.
And you have a unique way of doing that. You film it on Sunday, and then it airs on Sunday, and you're able to goddamn go in back and forth with your guests as they're watching it.
We film, you know, the people that shoot it. My co-host Linda Hamlin Denton. Mm-hmm. What up, Linda? And shouts out to Race Denton. He was the mad laugher on the show, and also Dominique Brown. He's the laugher's apprentice. Yeah. Or no, the laugher's journeyman. But and the reason we gave them names is when we first started shooting the episodes. Mm-hmm. They could not stop. They kept laughing and fucking. They couldn't help it.
If they just motherfuckers sit down and listen to you talk, and especially if you done split one.
Yo, man, exactly.
You've been doing that to me for 30 years, so I understand.
Hey, man, so that's it. So we just said laugh, man. Don't hold it in. Fuck it, laugh. And the show has been cool. It's organic. It's been organic from the beginning. We didn't know exactly what we were gonna do. Right. You know, the cool side about it is I've had a professional relationship with these people for, man, since all the way back to 2000. You know, so 20 years now. Yeah. And we've done a lot of stuff, a lot of independent short films, you know, series. We did this series back in the day. Were you on Fatter Days?
No,
do you remember?
I never did. I don't know.
It was just one of those.
I disappeared at a time where I shouldn't have.
I feel you. Hey, man, this is
I had to disappear.
I feel you. But we did a few things, and when it came up for this podcast, everyone was, you know, they said, Freez, you need to do a podcast. I was like, yeah, I want to do one, but, you know, I don't like this stiff shit, man. Right. You know, first off, I blow trees. I want to blow trees on my show because that's really kicking it with me. How you going to say kick it with Freez and no one's blowing trees? Yeah, that's part of the get down, baby. That's I
like how you started off in black and white like it's Andy Griffin and then go into color.
Well, that was something, you know, that's called the pre-roll.
Yeah,
you know, in Tree's culture, a pre-roll is a joint that you buy from the dispensary.
Right, they give those for your business. They just, you know, take that.
Right,
it's a fortune cookie.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes it could be shitty. Sometimes it could be bomb. It's the pre-roll. You don't know what you're going to get. But really, we're not even starting the show when we do that. So we keep it in black and white. Then when we start the show, that's the blunt. All right, that's the blunt, baby. We run the.
And you
talk.
be going in.
Oh yeah. Every topic.
You mentioned me a couple of times,
hell
and
yeah.
I really appreciate that.
I
baby.
mentioned you. I mentioned cats. I'm a comedian, dog. Homeboy, listen, man. Yeah, I can act. Yeah, right now I got an album. I rap. I started rapping. Okay, I act. I write. I produce. All of that's great.
Right.
But all of that, my main love is stand-up comedy. And that's why I think me and you, we've been friends for so long, because I know you're the same way. You care about your stand-up. You care about your craft of what we do.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out here that don't see it the way we see it. And I ain't nothing against anybody. Do it the way you do it, no problem. But I think we hit it kind of like from the same angle.
Respect it, man.
You know,
I ain't got shit to say in it. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Just respecting, what it is.
And so we like minds. So that's why, I'm always down to, my show is, I got to get you up on the show too.
I'll be there.
This is a beautiful time.
We just bumped it. I mean, about a year ago over the J Spot? I mean, we hadn't seen it. And shit, when you get to our age, it's like, man, you never thought the last time we saw each other, it would be fucking 17 years before we saw each other again.
Exactly. Because I was here. I was in L.A., started here. 10 years of stand-up here, movies, TV, all of that was lovely. And then...
give them a list of all the things.
Man, I was in House ex-con caterer.
With the axe. You and AJ and a whole bunch of other shit. They still doing it.
Malcolm and Eddie, I was the Hector. The D.L. Hughley show, Showtime, Baby Boy, man, all kind, man, shit. What's the other one? Dangerous Minds. I'm in a gang of shit.
Exactly.
But with all of that, I still left L.A. I left L.A. and went to New York for the pursuit of stand-up, real stand-up.
Yeah, because over there, bruh, it's real.
It's real, man. And the audience
it's
is,
a real audience.
I feel as every stand-up should
over there for the most part. When you go deal with them, you just be you. And our styles is one thing, but when them motherfuckers over there, they ain't with that bullshit, man.
No, they're not.
They ain't with that shallow shit.
Yeah,
they don't up there say something
because they coming from work. The people out there, they're working people. They don't give a damn. They come. They want to have a good time. And look, you got 2 minutes, Jack. When you hit that stage, when they announce you, you
better be saying something.
And you better be because they'll let you know. They're like,
cool Bubba
get
Ice
this fucking guy out of here. You know,
coming out, they got them running, pounds, dancing, and falling around on the stage and singing, and ain't saying no. You got to say something. And that's what the Apollo is the epitome of that.
But and the other side of that coin too is when you do say something. Man, they show you love. Man.
Exactly.
They show you major love. They will shut up and listen. If you're saying something, they will shut up and listen. And the audience is it's a good gauge for world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can go to the material you create in New York, really does stand up across the world.
It does.
Because you got the world right in New York.
Right, everything.
Yeah.
From sports to everything.
Exactly. Whereas, and I had to learn that. I was out here, I had all kind of jokes about police brutality and how fucked up the police was. And, I'm from L.A., man. Like, come on. I went out there with that, and they was looking, shit, I went to this, Freddie Ricks?
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to Freddie Ricks. That's another bomb-ass comedian, man. That's my dog. Freddie was like, Freeze, nigga, I got a show for you. The show pays $150, nigga. Be on time, homeboy. You're going to love these motherfuckers. They're going to love you. So I get up there. It's in Astoria, Queens. I get up there. He says, just do you. Do you, Freeze, do you. I go out there, right? And this is when I first got to New York. So I'm like, I'm from L.A. And basically, if there's any cops in the building, would you get the fuck out right now? And it was quiet. I was like, what's going on? All the cops was quiet. Freddie's on the side doing this. So I got off the cop. I had a bomb. The show, I barely made it. I got some chuckles. I was like, wow. He says, hey, I forgot to tell you. The whole audience is cops. They're all CEOs.
When he fucked up, he was a bad coach.
He didn't tell me. He's like, that. He's like, all these motherfuckers work at Rikers Island, nigga. They all cops.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
damn.
He got to let you know that.
But yeah,
over there, man, doing motherfucking the Triad and BBQ with Capone. You did that
up in the Bronx.
Motherfucker go to New York and do a run.
Footprints in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but it's not like out here where, I mean, if you got them struggling comedians, the motherfucker don't get you not here.
Yeah,
over
and that's
there,
fucked
bro.
up. They
you
do
get $75 to $100 over there for every show. You can do like 5 a night. Some shows start at 2:00 in the morning in New York.
Yeah, some of them do, and it's cool because every show they have like the first 3 or 4 comedians are what they call new jacks. Now they're not getting paid. They're not getting paid. Those new jacks are not getting paid, but they're definitely going to get some showtime for audience that paid to come. So they're in front of a paying audience,
right?
Which is a little bit different than just a regular old open mic,
right?
People open mic is come in, fuck it, who's up here? I ain't want to hit this. All of that's going on during the show. Nobody paid to get in it. It's an open mic. Exactly. These are real shows, and they like, look, they introduce them. So as a young comedian, they get that foot into the business of how a show runs.
Right.
The dynamics of it. It's like, look, we put all you weak motherfuckers on up front. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And the undercard.
Yeah, the undercard.
And you get up.
Now, when you've done that for a couple of years and you got the skill level to maybe go out and start a room that you can go into a club or a nightclub or a bar and say, hey, look, I'm a comedian. I know some other comedians. I could bring 50 people in here every Monday if you're willing to pay $100 or for three comedians. So now you got $300. This bar pays $300, and they're guaranteed to have at least 50 people in there.
Exactly.
On a night when it's not going to be that way. Yeah. Okay. So now it only costs them $300, and that's to pay the comedians. They pay the comedians at that point.
They do,
and that's so important because as a professional, it's hard to be a professional when nobody's breaking bread with you. Right. How can you ask me to be a professional when you're not being professional? Exactly. And paying. Yeah. Once you put money on the table, hey, you could demand a level of professionalism on both sides.
But you do know, and we all know it ain't right, bro, but I'm telling you, man, nobody respects a clown or a comedian until that motherfucker becomes rich or becomes a star. I mean, motherfuckers don't realize there's motherfuckers like me and you in the game. There's motherfuckers like Earthquake. There's like real goddamn people in this shit. Man. But some people, has just a tendency to disrespect people because you make people laugh.
Hey, and I feel you on that. And my thing is, look, homie, you gonna respect me.
Exactly.
Whether I make you laugh or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just because I'm carrying myself. I respect everybody. Right. I'm cool with everybody. And if somebody's showing me that, like on a professional note, like, I don't know, maybe a producer or a director, here's this fucking comedian guy. I weigh it in. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be like, hey, motherfucker, I'm a comedian. If the check is right, nigga, you could throw rocks at me if the check is right, motherfucker. And I'm not wearing no dress. I'm not acting like a female. Hey, then, you want to fucking throw darts at me and set me on fire? It costs more, but I'm down. I got I'll go far. Yeah. But, I cross the line at playing a female or wearing a dress. That's me personally. Not to knock anyone that does that. You got to get in where you fit in. But I know where I fit in, and I don't fit in.
I don't know if I can plead no female, man.
Yeah, I don't think you can either, man. I would,
as far as putting on a dress, as long as it ain't no miniskirt, motherfucker don't realize, nigga, when you look at back the motherfuckers in the biblical days, the motherfuckers were wearing shit that hung down below their
So you saying
you ain't never seen Jesus in no motherfucking Calvin Klein or no jeans or no pants and that. Them motherfuckers wore like long ass shit that let their nuts and their dicks hang.
So basically,
any motherfucker telling me a man that's putting on a dress that he's, hell no.
Well, nigga, a dress is like a gown with a motherfucking doily collar.
Yeah, and sometimes motherfuckers sleep in that. That's part of their pajamas.
Right.
But motherfuckers talking about a dress, it's just something, an ornament. A motherfucker wear a long t-shirt, but a dress. Black men, and it's only black men whose sexuality is threatened.
Exactly. That's precisely why I'm not getting down with that.
He's gay. And then you look at a motherfucker's head, it's all permed out. And it's like, well, motherfucker, what the fuck is the difference?
Dude, it's like, this infatuation. The industry is like, you're not going to make it. You're not going to hit a certain level unless you give up your masculinity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they would want you to think it is.
Right.
And they push it to you that way. And unless you know, then you could get caught up and think that you're actually being held back. But if you are a real man, I'm a real man any goddamn way. So no one can hold me back.
Exactly.
Ever. All right, that's already locked. Like in your head, I don't care if I'm here 100 more years or 100 years. I don't care. That's what I'm going to do till I hit the dirt.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody's motherfucking recognition, validation, none of that. I get validation every time a fucking audience laughs. I'm good. Exactly. I'm helping people. I'm changing people's mind about shit. We laughing. We having a good time. People are living life.
Exactly.
That's what it's about for me.
Hi, babe. We done ran up out of time here, but shit. We gonna still go about it. Tell them what you do, where they find you at.
Man,
and then we gonna go.
I got an album out right now. Hit me up at freezluv.com. It's FreezLuv.com. Check me out. The album is called Photosynthesis. You could buy the album right there from the website. Just click that album, Photosynthesis. Click it. You can listen to it. Buy it. You can listen to it on all formats. Purchase it on all formats. It's out there. I got my special coming out. Finally, Freez Luv. Yeah. So that's coming out next year. So things is popping. And my podcast, Freez Talk.
Yes,
so
always.
Check me out.
Man, it's an honor to have you here. And you got to come back. As you can see, an hour ain't long enough.
I see.
So
we can go
got
all day.
To come back.
We're going to bring some sandwiches and some brews, man. Thank you, Al.
So, Al Toomer and LaRon. Before I go, don't do anything irrational, son. But let me close out the show by telling everybody, thank everybody for tuning in and being here. Morris Media and Felicia Morris, with her crazy ass. We're going to work everything out. But, thanks for y'all tuning in. And you motherfuckers that watch this show and don't call in, stop being cowards. Don't just sit in the goddamn chat room and type shit. I'm old school. I'd rather talk about it. Don't just sit down and type shit. I mean, I can't say to a motherfucker like you're not going to make me that way. So just call in. So y'all can catch me anywhere. Just Google me. Go ALTOOMER. The last name is Toomer. Remember, it's cancerous. And do everything you can to keep me in remission. What you doing back there, boy? Playing with your deck.
Well, I wake up in the morning time and I go to the balcony. I pull out my bowl and some fluffy weed and I pack it in. It's just for me. Take my lighter and I strike it. Oh, it's lovely. What a morning. What a beautiful sky.